Me.
A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making... And David... Well, he sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Griffin is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Robert Covington. And there's Porzingis. And it's Favors in at the 4. And for the 76ers, they've got Horford. He's out there with Simmons. Wendell Carter is out there with Booker. And it's Simons in at the 1. Now here's Griffin. Well, Clark, the All-Star break is approaching. Commissioner Silver has broached replacing it with a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know, I love what Adam Silver has done as the commissioner of the league. He's very forward-thinking. He's very progressive. He's very open-minded. And this is one of those examples of that kind of thinking. You know, in European basketball, it's part of the landscape, and it seems to work fairly well. I'm interested to see where this thinking goes going forward, but I like the fact that it's been broached by the leader of the league.
Now here's Favors. Devin Booker missing his last shot. It's good. Favors got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Simmons. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Got a piece of it. Covington with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Ben Simmons.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
And so here is Philadelphia. After Robert Covington missed from long range, Horford finds Simmons. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Gay. He picked up 21 points in their last win again. Pass to Favors. And it's in there. Favors has got 6.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And the pass to Simmons. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Spurs leading by 7. It's Covington on the wing. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now here's Gay. Knocked loose and stolen by Horford. Horford against Gay. And he gets the bucket. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Simons after Rudy Gay's bucket. Lock at 6. Horford, no luck. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Covington, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that. Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Passes it to Favors. Gay against Horford. Pass to Griffin. Now here's Favors. Over Booker. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's the San Antonio. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he
coming from a place where,
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Simmons, Carter out there with Horford. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. A nice shot by Booker.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Here's Gay. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And it's 7 points for Gay.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Now here's Simmons, following the shot by Rudy Gay. Simmons looking it over. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Griffin kicks to Favors. Spurs working the ball around now. Up top, Griffin. No points in the game yet for him.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim. And pro move there, finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Griffin after Ben Simmons' miss. Griffin passes to Covington. Back to Favors. 5 on the clock. From deep. They grab their own miss. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Simmons passes to Simons. Carter with it. Over Porzingis. The shot's good from Carter. Carter's got his second bucket of the night. San Antonio leading by 15. Outside Griffin. Carter pulls it in.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
For San Antonio, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Gay. The dish to Favors. And he uses the glass on the layup. Favors got 8.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Rudy Gay, he's feeling it tonight. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They are way out in front, leading by. And that wraps up the halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Rudy Gay, Robert Covington out there with Favors. Then there's Griffin, and it's Porzingis in at the center position. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats. And
they're looking up at the scoreboard too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, They should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not. You know, for Porzingis, the business of the family is basketball. His parents played at a very high level. His older brother played professionally for over a decade, and the first word that Porzingis said was ball, and he's had one in his hands pretty much from the start.
Here's Booker, and the rejection by Favors.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Covington passes to Griffin. They get a hand on it. Tries from 10. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 4 rebounds in this game. And Clark, Porzingis' older brother. He used to make him highlight reels of NBA stars.
Yeah, you know, the NBA was his goal all along, but he showed patience, and the Orlando Magic actually promised to take him 10th back in 2014. He stayed in Spain one more year to develop, and good for him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
One-on-one here. Here's Simmons, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, I tell you what, the combination of speed, mobility, and strength that Simmons has is special in a 6'9" frame. He's terrific at using all of that to bully defenses.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And Simons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They're scoreless since the first half. That's tipped. Griffin with the steal. Outside, Covington. Pass to Griffin. The wide open look here for Porzingis. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Simmons passes to Booker. 1:16 left to play in the third. A nice shot by Simons.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Outside, Griffin. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Kicks it to Horford. The pass to Simons. Outside, Simmons. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. 76ers have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. Favors with the rebound. Favors has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
The 76ers have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on. Free throw good, Booker. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Griffin looking around. Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You know what, just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a sizable lead as the And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Carter out there with Horford. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Simmons. And it's Simons in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Clock at 2. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for San Antonio. Here's Simons. From 11 feet away, Horford has a wide open look. Cans the shot from the wing. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Simmons against Griffin. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around.
Outside Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Well, anyone looking for highlights, because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
Passes to Horford. Here's Simons. Lets it go from 14. Spurs leading by 17. Now Griffin. It's stolen by Carter. Right side Simmons. Pass to Simons. Now Carter. Here's Simons, defended by Griffin. Simons surveying the D. There's the triple. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Griffin, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Philadelphia. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but they've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Spurs.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Gay.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Let's go.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Floats it up for Horford, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Outside, Porzingis. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.